Good afternoon and pleasant good day and welcome to another edition of the Secondary Schools Tiger Tanks Football League. It's the East Zone Final. We have El Dorado West Secondary coming up against Sawa North. My name is Qadri Mohammed and together with me is Andrew Chan. Good day, Andrew. How are you?
Good day, Kadir. Yes, it's lovely to be here with you in the foothills of the Northern Range. Mount St. Benedict looking down on us. And it's a decent sized crowd here for this match here.
Yeah, so we're just going to give you some of the starting lineups for the both teams as you see on your screens. So the Sawa North lineup is as follows. Their captain, number 24, Adrian Paris. In goal, number 1, Stefan Lang 9. Number 23, Michael Baptiste. Number 11, Jadel Chase Charles. Number 17, Hakim Bartholomew. Number 6, Rondell Harewood. Number 21, Christian Brown. Number 10, Jaheim Danclair. Number 9, Elijah Rogers. Number 19, Daniel Lewis. And number 25, Naim Thomas.
Sawa North, and that was Sawa North, of course. They were in the white and green. And El Dorado West in the aquamarine, what would you call it? Light green, light blue one, and black pants. We have Aaron Sultan at number 1 as the goalkeeper. Brandon Frederick, Justin Harford, Elijah Bobbs, number 6. Stefan Reyes, number 5. Tyrese Ironside, number 9. Abijah Hercules, number 11. Stefano Christopher, number 10. Nikolai Marshall, 14. Leon Castillo, number 16. And number 25, Jaden Gaston. And they're playing in a 4-5-1 formation. 4 defenders, 5 midfielders, and the 1 striker in Leon Castillo.
So there we see the man in the middle, the man in charge of this game, Quincy Williams. And he's going to be accompanied by referee assistant number 1, Trenton Tony, and the referee assistant number 2, Ayodele Kojo. So as we see the players taking the field, and we're going to get started with El Dorado West. They're going to be kicking from left to right on your screens. And up front there is the number 9, Leon Castillo. So Andrew, as we got here, the rains were a bit severe at that point in time, and it has cleared up really nicely, and we're looking forward to a really enjoyable final here.
Well, certainly, if the rains have cleared up, I want to see how the field plays. I mean, there's still waterlogged areas on the outside.
So we're off. And it's an early throw in here to the boys in blue. That's the El Dorado West team. Frederick with this one. Looking for some movement on the touchline, but intercepted at the back. And the Sawa North try to build as this one is headed away. As we see, it's very, very slushy out there. At Baptiste, he regains possession and he sends the Sawa North on the front foot. They're looking for their first attack in this game. Out there is the number 4, that's Harford. A very quick start here, Andrew.
Yeah, certainly. It's a bit of a midfield battle, as you'd expect, as Dorado West try to build something coming through the center there. Good work on that left-hand wing there from that number 14. I think that's Nikolai Marshall.
Nice ball inside, but cleared up there. And trying to get on the end of this is Rogers. He's in a battle there with Reyes. And Reyes does the smart thing and puts it into touch. So Rogers with a turn of speed and trying to get on the end of that one. And it's a throw in here to Sawa North with Harewood. Is looking for Danclair. Silky smooth player is Jaheim Danclair. Good work out there by Thomas. Naim Thomas, ball into the area. Cleared away by goalkeeper Sultan.
Good punch away there. Number 25 tearing up the pitch there. As Naim Thomas gets a cross in. And appealing for the shot. Yes, the shot comes in. And that shot was from Nikolai Marshall. So their first attack of the game. Well, actually, it was an attack on both sides. So end-to-end stuff right now at the minute, Kadir.
Yes, certainly good take from Rogers. And he's looking for his strike partner, Danclair. He can't go past there. And here's the other Charles. Harewood. Wide here for Thomas. And then Chase Charles was trying to make the run, but it was a good spot there by Hercules.
Good fake by Castillo there. He got away from his runner. Number 24.
Tanclair. Given away by Baptiste.
Lost the ball there, Marshall, but got it back for his teammate.
Good work there from Lewis at the back. And here is Chase Charles. But that one just gets away from him a bit. And Christopher all alone up front, and then a bit lethargic in possession there was the number 19. That's Lewis. Daniel Lewis.
Risking the job here on the left side, Lewis.
Castillo trying to get it across. Comes all the way across to Gaston. And eventually cleared up.
Last ditch defending there by Sawano, but they get the ball out. And they keep it coming up the left wing.
Thomas.
Nice interchange. Right.
Chase Charles. Wider for Brown. Brown has half foot for company. Skips past half foot. And he doesn't know much about it. But it ends up in the back of the net. And it's referee Williams just signaling that it's a handball there from Danclair, who was in the center. He didn't know much about it, Andrew, and he just stuck out his hand. It ended up in the back of the net, but the referee just good spot from him. He's blown off that one. So it's still 0-0 here. And what an electric atmosphere here. We're hearing the drums, the rhythm of the drums in the background, and it's a really lovely occasion here.
Certainly scrappy defending there by El Dorado West, because they were opened up by Sawa North Secondary, and that's the problem right now for them. Because that cross came in from the right side, and it was there were at least 3 Sawa North players waiting inside that 6-yard box.
Here they come again. Brown trying to get that early ball into Danclair, but it was misplaced, and it goes out for El Dorado West goal kick.
Didn't get the curl on that one that he wanted.
So both teams are just trying to settle a bit here. The conditions on the feet are not the best for knocking that ball around there, and it's slipping and sliding on the surface, which is expected. So these players are just going to have to be a little bit more careful with their touches.
It was not surprising, so you're going to see a lot of play on the right-hand side where the field is a little bit drier.
Trying to get Castillo going again, but Lewis is alert to that danger. He puts that one also. Coming up to 6 minutes on the clock here. No goals to report in this one. Still 0-0 here at the St. Augustine grounds. The St. Augustine school grounds, as Christopher is trying to weave his way through, but he's halted. Thomas looking for Danclair, but it was a good read at the back. But coming with a lot of intent is Thomas. Chase Charles inside to Baptiste. Baptiste wider for Brown. Good overlapping run from Baptiste, and he picks his head up and he's looking for that cross. It's over everyone, and it skids off the surface and goes out for El Dorado West.
Well, you see the Sawa North plan of attack, and it's working quite well. Come down that right hand side with Thomas and get that ball, Baptiste I should say, and get that ball inside.
So Stefano Christopher, he's going to get the call there. He was having his shirt pulled. So El Dorado West with a free kick here now, and they'll be probably trying to hang that ball in the air and ask one of those bigger guys to get their head on the end of this one. As we're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 blue shirts in the area, and it's quite a run from Christopher. I'm not sure if he's going to try his luck from all the way out. Really ill-advised from the young man there, as that one just goes harmlessly out for a goal kick.
Yeah, going for glory there, Stefano Christopher. Not a bad effort, you have to say, because it would have gotten to the goal, but really off target at the end of it all.
As goalkeeper Langnine, he's getting prepared to take this one, and it's a good one. It's aimed at Baptiste, but it comes to Danclair, who has his pocket picked and then given straight back to Sour North. Brong now. Jaheim Danclair, Andrew, he had a good game in the semi-final, scoring 6 goals against, that was Manzanilla. And they're going to get a free kick here at the top of the area. It's in a very good position. From this replay. Oh, it's a handball. It's very intentional there from the number 5, Reyes.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there from El Dorado. Sour North clearly just getting a little bit of a foothold in this game. And this is a free kick from a very dangerous position here.
As Harewood, the man lining up this one, Rondell Harewood. It's certainly in a very, very advanced position. It's a really, really good area of the pitch. And certainly there's 4 in the wall of the El Dorado West. And we're also seeing that they've posted a man on the far post as well. So very, very interesting from the El Dorado West team as Harewood gets prepared to take this one. It's all along the ground. Oh, and it's made his way through, but goalkeeper Sultan able to hold that one in.
I think that was Abijah Hercules who got the last touch on that one, trying to poke her 2 in. You'd have to say the puddle of water by the goalkeeper saved him there from getting any purchase through that shot into the goal.
Yeah. So El Dorado West immediately up the pitch, and they're gonna get a corner, which their captain Stefano Christopher, he's gonna take this one. It's a good delivery, well flighted, not cleared, and the eventual shot came, and it's high and not that handsome, and it's not going to trouble goalkeeper Langnine. So 10 minutes gone here, Andrew, and it's still 0-0.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity by that player there, the number 11. He could have definitely gotten something on that. That's Abijah Hercules. And that was Hercules with that header there.
It's going to be a Sour North throw in here. Harewood. Hook back into play. Christopher goes past one. Chance for a shot. Charged down at the back by Paris.
That's beautiful footwork there by Stefano Christopher. Dancing just on the edge of that 18-yard box. Good defending as well, you'll have to say. Some last-ditch defending from Sour North, but they're getting the job done.
And so Sour North in their semi-final game against Brazil Secondary, they would have come out 12-0 winners in that game. In which Jaheim Danclair, he scored 6 of those goals, and Jadel Chase Charles, he got 4. So they can't find the back of the net as Rogers is just pushing a bit too far in front of him there, Elijah Rogers. So Sour North with a 12-0 victory in their semi-final, and El Dorado West with a 3-0 win against St. Joseph Secondary. So that would have afforded these two teams to meet in this, the East Zone final in the Under-20 division. Reyes, miscontrolled there by Frederick. Quickly taken from Thomas. And then Frederick just hacks this one downfield. And a bit of a hesitation to go for that one there, Castillo, but he wins out. And he's looking for the run of his captain Christopher, who he's not going to find. And just coming back from an offside position there was Elijah Rogers.
Castillo definitely waited a little too long before getting that ball through to his captain Christopher. Christopher was wide open actually. So a properly weighted ball would have gotten through there for sure.
Good take from Dan Clare. Rogers picking up the pieces and trying to weave his way through. Rogers. Baptiste. Brown. Can Brown get on the end of this? Yes, he's going to keep it in. Brown. And Brown is going to get a free kick there. A good run from that man out there. Brown, that's Christian Brown.
That midfield of Sawa North, Christian Brown on the right hand side, and then you have Dan Klein in the middle, very tall figure. He's really controlling. They're really doing a very, very good job in that, I guess, third quarter, because it's not quite the final quarter.
As Dan Clare is looking to line this one up. Jaheim Dan Clare suited for the left foot. It's into the wall. And
they're missing a trick Sawa North by sending those crosses in low. We get a high one now.
Headed behind by Marshall. So Sawa North beginning to apply some pressure on this El Dorado West team, trying to stamp their authority early on and get that all-important opening goal in this final.
Now Nikolai Marshall is listed as a midfielder, but he's actually been playing more as a right back lately. That's because the pressure that Sawa North is putting on here.
Hung up. And Marshall is going to clear this one up.
He's a battler, Castillo.
What a lovely ball that was. As the assistant on this side, Tony, is waving his flag, but the referee I don't think Brown is quick, but I don't think he's going to catch up with this one.
But he does win the corner. Excellent work by Christian Brown. Didn't give up on that one at all.
But I really like this game so far. In the opening 15 minutes of this game, it has been end-to-end stuff. Sawa North in the last 4 to 5 minutes have been trying to apply some pressure, in aid of that opening goal.
Credit to El Dorado West. They're riding the wave quite nicely. They're doing a good job of defense here.
Dan Clare, cleared away.
And you can see why he'd be a target in the box, Dan Clare. He's a little bit taller than everyone else.
Yeah, I thought he should have been in the box on the receiving end of that corner. Certainly his height would have been a challenge for the shorter defenders of the El Dorado West team.
But of course, El Dorado have a tall player there in Elijah Bobbs who can mark him quite well, I think, wearing the number 6.
As we're entertained by this rhythm section that came all the way from Sawa to support their team. Marshall just trying to be a bit too cheeky.
Forced by Nikolai Marshall, and he wins the ball out of that. Will he get the cross in? No. Jaden Chase Charles, good defending.
That was good tracking there from Chase Charles. So he made a good run, good defensive run, and then eventually cut out that attempted cross. There's going to be a corner here now as Christopher is getting prepared to take this one. And it's a good delivery from Christopher. It's well flighted. Long 9 comes.
Excellent take there. That was a fantastic take there by Adrian. No, that's Stefan Landin. really getting his hands up there.
Brown. No way through there, Brown.
Christian Brown trying too much there.
As Hercules does well.
Michael Batiste picking up the pieces
Baptiste.
there because he was in an advanced position. Pulled it back to Brown, who definitely seems like he pulls the strings in a little bit in this Samoa North team. Batiste is back in his central position. I want Brown. It moves back to the right wing. Thomas with a nice ball here to Chase Charles. Chase Charles chased that one quite well. With good defensive work there again from Nikolai Williams sliding in back there.
Thomas. But then coming back to help out there was Marshall. Wood. And it's going to be another El Dorado West throw-in. Couple of meters up the touchline for Frederick. As this one is aimed at Marshall, but good defensive header there by Haywood. Baptiste. Gaston with some nice footwork. Castillo, good speed from Castillo. Put in some good pressure on Haywood there. Marshall now. Trying to get it up. Oh, Hercules was in the center. It didn't quite come down for Christopher. But still, El Dorado West keep it. Hercules. Christopher here now.
Not giving up there. Although I do think there was a little push from Castillo and that defender to get that ball in there. The referee decided to wait play on. But El Dorado still in an advanced position here.
Not cleared. Marshall again.
A little live wire, Marshall.
Trying to make his way. Good stuff from Christopher. Still Christopher. Oh, what a finish from the captain. Oh, Stefano Christopher. What a good finish. He turned about 4 defenders. And then he got a shot off. And there was nothing Langline could do about that one. And El Dorado West, they take the lead in this one. They lead by 1-0. Andrew, what a good finish that was from Christopher. There we see.
Yeah, credit to Marshall first of all to fighting that ball. Amazing footwork here by Christopher. And despite having the entire right side of Lanier's goal open, he still gets through and squeezes it in through that left side. It's a wonderful, wonderful finish and an excellent display by a very athletic young fellow who just scored a wonderful goal there and puts his team in the lead against a run-up play, I might add as well.
Yes, certainly against the run-off play. And here's El Dorado. Someone wanted an immediate chance. Oh, and it fell to Naim Thomas, who could not squeeze it in on that near post. So a good chance goes up again immediately after El Dorado West took the lead.
Well, honors could have been even almost immediately at that point. I think Naim Thomas will rue that one as he missed a sitter. But good that his teammate came up and helped him up. And they go again, Samoa North.
So this is a really, really enthralling game here. It's end-to-end stuff for Samoa North, looking for that immediate response. But what a good goal we've seen there from Stefano Christopher. My oh my, that was some good close control from the young man. As Samoa North, they have a free kick. Thomas headed behind again by Bob. Elijah Bob. So another chance here for Naim Thomas. He would want that chance back, I can tell you that. But this time he's on set piece duty, so he's going to be provider here. And this one is not the best of corners aimed at the near post, but he's going to get another chance again.
Yeah, a little bit of bad communication there between Bob and Nikolai Marshall in the El Dorado defense. Because both of them went for that, both of them swung feet.
But this time a little bit of height on it. Oh!
And I think that might be 4 corners in a row there.
Yeah, 4 in a row. So they said 3 times lucky, but he's going to get a 4th chance here now.
I can see what he's trying to do, but maybe try to go a little further with this one.
This
he gets
time
it
more
swinging
height on
in.
this one. And the Sultan drops this one. It's falling to... Oh, and then eventually cleared up. And here is Christopher with some acreage to move into. Stefano Christopher. He has Lewis. A couple. And it's still Christopher. Oh, and then eventually helped out at the back there by Bartholomew.
Excellent work by Bartholomew there. Again, really scrappy by El Dorado defending, but they got the job done. They put the bodies on the line. There were about 4 or 5 fellows trying to block that shot.
It's coming out to Thomas here again. He checks inside and runs into traffic. And it's going to be cleared up by Hercules. But good reading there by Harewood. He's going to try to reload it. Here is the dangerous Christopher. He sees a good run from Gaston, who has some speed as well, Gaston. Halfway cleared by Bartholomew. And then Brown is just going to try to usher this one out, which he does.
A little bit of breathing space here for someone. Darcel was running them wild there.
So we're halfway through this,
Gaston,
the first half, Andrew, and it has been a really, really a good final for the neutrals in this one.
Certainly end-to-end stuff, but San North will be very, very unhappy with their finishing here.
Lang 9, yeah, good recovery from Lang 9 there. Was a bit hesitant to come at first, and then he quickly recovered himself. And all's well that ends well.
He's a big fella, Lanyon, but he got down well, and then he got up very, very quickly as well. Because as soon as he got up, he tried to get that ball out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he seems to be a very good mover as well. Chase Charles.
Good interception, good ball through.
Trying.
Number 10 playing back. Oh, unfortunately, there's nobody in the midfield there. Marshall, little busy Marshall.
Yeah,
He's all over for El Dorado, running very hard.
Oh,
and that's
and
a
then,
bit of a bad tackle from him there. Lucky to get away with that one, actually, Marshall.
yeah, I'm surprised. You know, this one being a final, referee Quincy Williams, he just wants to, he doesn't want to issue those cards. But he's going to have to be careful there, Marshall. He lunged in there. As Paris, skipper of this Sour North team, Adrian Paris.
I think Quincy Williams did have a bit of a harsh word with him as well, so that's good to see.
Paris is going for goal, and it just skims over the top.
Yeah, he had good power on that one, certainly. And he got the direction right. Maybe just a little bit low. He probably would have liked that to dip out curl a little bit more. Unfortunately, he didn't get through with that. With good effort, you have to say.
Yeah. So Sour North trying to get that equalizer, so they're chasing the game a bit here now as El Dorado West, they now beginning to settle after that goal. So that goal has certainly settled the nerves of this El Dorado team as Hercules is coming forward with it. Gaston. But good work from Brown, who tracks back and wins possession, and he's coming forward with some serious intent, Christian Brown. And then he gets the dangerous 9 Thomas going. Thomas head up. It's going to bounce just in front of goalkeeper Sultan, who was well placed. Got his body behind that one, because those that bounce right in front of you can be very tricky on these.
It can be very awkward indeed. No power on that one at all, 9 Thomas, and I'm sure he's probably looking for the far corner. Maybe got too much curl on that one.
Dankler with a bit of a speculative attempt from about 30 yards out. Yeah,
Sour North secondary could be proud of how their midfield is performing. We just saw that exchange between Brown and Thomas. Captain
Castillo.
Adrian Paris, in the heart of the Sour North defense, has a lot of work to do here.
As that shot came from Nikolai Marshall.
Yeah, he's all over the field for El Dorado in a good way, of course. Jumping into tackles. Just has to be careful. Was given a warning just now by the referee. A little bit of youthful exuberance.
Danclair, good ball over the top to Rogers. Can he finish? It's come off the underside of the post, and Rogers, the follow-up attempt is into the back of the net for Sawan North. So they have the equalize here. 27 minutes gone, and Elijah Rogers with the equalizer for the team in green.
Excellent work by Rogers to keep his composure. As we look at the replay here, it was a wonderful ball through. I don't know if the keeper, yes, the keeper did get a touch on it and it went onto the post. So good work there by Sultan. But excellent composure by Rogers to keep his form and get that ball in. And that's a lovely equalizer.
It started with a beautiful ball from Jaheim Danclair. A smart run from Elijah Rogers got on the end of it. And luckily for him, it came off the upright and he was quickest to react, and he made it 1 goal apiece. So we're back where we started here in this one, as they immediately look to come forward again. Sawan North headed away by Bartholomew. Castillo with a lovely ball, and what a good turn there from Christopher. My oh my, what a player he is. Wriggling away in all those battles.
He's not getting the support that he would want.
And here's Danclair again, but referee assistant on that far side, Kojo, spotting that Rogers just went a bit too early there.
Yeah, so Sawan North, again, that midfield, Danclair, you have Brown and you have Thomas, and they are just running the show here. Thomas, of course, Mr. Sitter, but he's been sending in some good balls, and Brown is just a live wire. And then Christopher is sort of trying to drag the game by the scruff of his neck, and he needs the support of his teammates here.
Yeah, he's an influential member of this El Dorado West team, captain of this team, of course, as that shot came from Hercules, but goalkeeper Lang 9 equal to that one. Yeah, he's the captain of this team, so he's an inspirational leader for this team, and he is definitely going to try to take this game to Sawan North on any occasion that presents itself.
Yeah, but he needs to work with his team a little more, get those passes in as necessary.
Danclair again, fumbled by goalkeeper Sultan. Rogers there once more, not cleared. Thomas, Danclair making a yard or two and then just pushing too far in front of him there, Danclair, but he lunged in and he won it back. Brown, and then cleared away again by Bob.
The water and the mud there, Sultan's friend and enemy, you have to say, because he slipped as that one was coming through, and then of course the water and the mud saved him as well from the striker getting in there.
If you notice, for the El Dorado West team, when Thomas picks up the ball, and here's Danclair trying to get on the end of this one, and this time Sultan holds on. If you notice, when Naim Thomas, the number 25 for Sawan North, when he picks up the ball on this left-hand side, we're seeing a bit of a double up on him from Nikolai Marshall and the right back, Frederick. So they're doing some double team work on Thomas, realizing that he is one with some pace and trickery in his armory, and they need to keep a hold of him.
I've also noticed that that Brown has switched to a more central defensive role, central maybe defensive midfield, playing just in front of the back four there, and he's specifically on Christopher as well.
Yeah, so they've
man marking Christopher almost.
Yeah.
So that talented midfield that Sawan North have, they really needed to come into and do some defensive work as well. Nice battle there between Marshall and Brown.
Yeah, Christopher, a good physical, as this one is just going to skip behind. And it's another corner here too. The boys in green, white and green, I should say. As it's another opportunity from the side for Thomas. Lovely flighted on that one, and Sultan again.
Yeah, he jumped up high for that one and got it, but then it bobbled out of his hand. But he was alert to come up and get the dive forward in. Good pull by Marshall here to his captain, Christopher.
Christopher trying to make a yard for the shot. Again, just trying to do a bit too much, I would say, Andrew.
Yeah, and that's the point I was trying to make there. Pass and go, give and go. That's what the game is all about. Marshall is doing that quite well.
Woo!
And the young fellow drawing appreciation from the crowd for that masterful display with his feet.
That was Marshall once more.
Excellent little play there. Hercules sliding in. Christopher, will he pass it off to Marshall here? No, he's going still by himself again. He does win the corner. But there was a chance to just let Marshall run on the right hand side a little bit. Feed it to him. Use your players around you, Stefano, Christopher. You don't have to do it all by yourself, because Castillo, he looks like he has very fast feet and he's very quick as well. Gaston looks like a dangerous player. And you have Nikolai Marshall there as well. Was really, really been an amazing little live wire here for El Dorado. Slip here by Lanyon, but he recovers well. That is amazing. Good stuff by him there, Samoa North keeper.
And he's looking to send his team on the front foot. But an early ball. A good commanding header by Bob at the heart of the El Dorado West defense. And here is the live wire Marshall.
Christopher tried to feed him back at that point, but the ball
This
was too
time
short.
it's coming to Rogers, who takes it well. Rogers, and he's looking to go past. Good work there from Reyes.
That was a beautiful touch by Rogers there, running forward and getting it on his back heel that was in the air. I won't say ballet-esque, but certainly very acrobatic indeed. I don't think Mr. Rogers would appreciate me calling his play ballet-esque.
Thomas. A good spot again from that man again, Marshall. And he's bursting down this flank, Marshall. But he can't go past Harewood, who is very dogged as well. Sticking to him very closely. Rondell Harewood headed up in the air and then off of Marshall last.
Yeah, Marshall is like a little terrier down the right-hand side. Whatever he gets, he's just going to grab hold on to. And again, in the early, he was doing some good defensive work there for El Dorado West as he tackles his own teammate almost this time. Certainly a fight in the mud here.
Yeah. Difficult conditions, it must be said, but these players are coping quite well with these conditions. As Tanclair, he's doing well. Laying it off to Baptiste, who's trying to play in Chase Charles here. Can he keep this one in? El Dorado was there. And it's coming over the top, and what an acrobatic attempt there by Bob. Elijah Bob.
That was a magical foot by Bob there, because that was headed straight for the head of the striker. I think that was Rogers steaming in there for Samoa North. If it wasn't for that foot by Bob, that was a definite goal.
Well, he is a tall figure, and he used all of his length, I should say. As here's Christopher. He's trying to go past Paris, who's having none of it. He's sticking to his task, Paris.
Slip by Bob, but he regains control there.
Reyes is just turning into traffic. Rogers and Sultan is coming. Chase Charles. Trying to hook it back, but the assistant on that far side, Kojo, with his flag up, so he would have been offside had he gotten connection on that one.
Absolute scrappy stuff here by El Dorado West. I think Jaden Chase Charles was actually going for goal on that shot, but he didn't make connection on it, and ended up being a pass for Rogers.
Thomas
Almost got it in.
Nice knocking here. And just went out of play for Thomas.
When they get to that touchline, someone not, they look very, very dangerous. They're pushing them right to the absolute line. I think Christopher is trying to do that, but he's doing that by himself, while the Samoan players are working as a team, more uniform in front. I generally think their organization is better, but El Dorado are up for the fight and they're up for the scrap, for sure.
Yeah. Certainly, they would be thinking that they've not come this far to just give it away. They're gonna fight and they're gonna scrap for everything. Yeah, this one is a bit of a give and go by Brown and Rogers. Neither of them came out with the ball as Baptiste is battling away there. As Chase Charles, he's gone over to this right hand side, Chase Charles, but he's not gonna get past Harford there, and Gaston helps out as well. It comes to Christopher.
Number 19
as Lewis. He stayed down.
The referee finally blows the whistle there. It's been an interesting interchange because now you can see the skill of the Samoan North players. That Christian Brown started on the right hand side. Now Jaden Chase Charles is bringing it up. Naim Thomas is still running down the left as good as you would say. And then Dan Clark is sort of pulling his strings in midfield, while Christian Brown has then dropped back to defensive midfield. So we see the good adaptability by the Samoan North midfielders in terms of what is happening there.
Yeah, we've seen some good coaching on show as well. Able to, showing that resilience and that depth in the team. A number of players can play in different positions, as well as Daniel Lewis. He is still down receiving some treatment from a member of the coaching staff. As 38 minutes on the clock here, coming up to 39 minutes in this one, and it's 1-1 between Sawa North and El Dorado West. Remember, this is the East Zone final, the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League. This time the under-20 division.
Lewis is up, but I think he's going to be hobbling to the touchline and see if a substitution is made.
So he looks fit to continue, Daniel Lewis. He's taking a bit of a heavy fall there, Daniel Lewis. As Lang 9 boots this one high into the air.
Lewis is back on, officially.
Oh, Chase Charles not giving up that one. As Bob
very angry with himself. They're throwing the ball away. But good recovery in terms of not letting Chase Charles get to that ball.
Yeah, too nonchalant there, Bob, as Chase Charles is getting ready to swing this one over. Good flight to delivery coming in as Harewood. And the eventual shot came from Thomas. It was a bit of a scuffed shot from him. Had no real power behind it. And it's not going to trouble goalkeeper Sultan.
Yeah, well, it was a really, really good jump from here. You probably wish he was maybe a foot taller, and then he would have gotten something on that. May have gotten his dreadlocks a little bit, may have touched the edge of that ball, but certainly not enough to trouble Sultan and goal.
Good look out there from Gaston. Bartholomew.
A chest out by Bob, but
chested into the path of Baptiste. And now Rogers with a nice ball through to Thomas. Yes, Thomas again with a chance to shoot. Straight down the throat of Sultan. But that was good build-up play again, Andrew, from the Sawa North team.
Yeah, good work again, that interchange between Rogers and Thomas. And Thomas got the purchase there, but it just went straight to the keeper as opposed to hitting that corner that he seems to want very, very badly, that top left-hand corner.
Halfway cleared by Bob, and here's Thomas again, but Frederick with a good interception there as Lewis is reloading this one for the dangerous Thomas again. He's not going to get past that man there.
That's Rogers.
That's Reyes who did that piece of defensive work there, as Harewood is battling away with Christopher. Both players are not giving up. This is a good battle along this right-hand side as Christopher is just trying to toy with the defender.
Again, trying to do too much. Nikolai Marshall was there in support. Castillo was there waiting for the ball.
Yes, Brown bursting forward. Christian Brown. As Frederick, as this one is played into Danclair. Bit of a heavy touch, but he's going to recover it. Trying to get a shot away. Rogers came to nothing. And here is the ever reliable Marshall.
And he's still going, Marshall. Looking for that cross. Castillo and Gaston in the middle there. Not the greatest ball, you'll have to say there, from that number 17.
Number 11, that's what, 17? Ironside.
So that's number 11, apologies. That's Hercules. Because he could have kept the attack going there. Gaston, Castillo, Christopher, Marshall were all up there.
Yeah.
He gets it back here. Maybe there's chance for redemption. He sends the long ball to Marshall. And will Marshall catch this? He will not, unfortunately.
So coming up very close to the halftime whistle here in this one. And it's still 1-1 as
Thomas comes up on the right-hand side here again. Frederick doing good work.
Yeah, Frederick sticking to his tasks there. Frederick. Brandon Frederick. It's going to be another corner here too. The Sour North team right on the cusp of half. Oh, it's going to be a third. Sorry. Oh, he's going to get a corner this time.
Poor Brandon Frederick. He gave up a throw and now he had to give up a corner. Looking a bit lethargic there, he is. He's moving into position now.
Oh, and headed away by the tall figure of Bob. In again. This time deeper. Oh, and the goalkeeper Sultan with a drop there. And it fell to that man, Jadel Chase Charles, who was following up brilliantly. And we see a Cristiano Ronaldo-esque celebration from the young man. As the Sour North, they take the lead right on the cusp of halftime. As we see a deep one. And Sultan came, he dropped the ball, and it fell on the head of Jadel Chase Charles, and he made it 2-1 in favor of Sour North.
Well, Sultan only has himself to blame there. We know that Naim Thomas is a dangerous character coming across that goal from that right-hand side. He's had so many corners coming in. And here he is coming in again. But Sultan jumped high. He got that one, but Jaden Chase Charles, like any true striker, was waiting to pounce on that one. And it's fitting that he enjoyed it with a Ronaldo celebration because it was
it's Rogers.
Certainly a striker's finish.
Yeah, we certainly can tell who his favorite player is. Jadel Chase Charles has Christopher. But that's really, really harsh on El Dorado West right before that halftime whistle. And yeah, just on the edge of that halftime whistle. And going in to the halftime break 1-1 as opposed to 2-1, it's going to take some effects mentally. As that's the end of the first half here. A very entertaining first half, it must be said. And Sour North, they lead by 2-1. Their goals, first, El Dorado West, they took the lead through their captain, Stefano Christopher, on the 20th minute. And then Rogers, he made it 1-1. And on the stroke of halftime, Jadel Chase Charles, he made it 2-1. And Andrew, what a very, very interesting first half we've just witnessed here.
You're quite right in that El Dorado will be very upset with what happened in terms of that last goal, because Sultan had that covered. He got the jump up and unfortunately it just slipped through his hand. But I mean, at least the consolation is they can go and quickly regroup here, because what they're most disappointed in is that they've been very, very scrappy. As we watch a first goal here from Stefano Christopher, a solo goal. And that has been a little bit of a problem here because while that goal was excellent, Christopher has not been sharing the ball with his teammates. He's not been passing as maybe as what you would have liked when other players were in advanced position. So doing really well, El Dorado. A little bit scrappy as we watch his second goal here from Rogers. Good composure to just pull that one back and finish it. Sultan has had a little bit of an iffy game as well. It's not the first drop that we've seen from him, the first slip. So he will. That's something you'll definitely have to look at. Maybe he'll have to get a cloth, get a towel on that side to dry his gloves or something as we watch a third goal here. He had that quite comfortably. He really did. And you can't say that he was interfered by any of the other opposing players. And then Chase Charles just pouncing on an opportunity there. El Dorado again will be disappointed because the sort of spirit of Nikolai Williams has embodied them, scrappy, hungry, going for it. But they just lost their way a little bit because Samoan North Secondary's midfield has been doing such a good job. Dan Clark, Brown, Thomas as well. And then Rogers is clearly a potent strike force as well.
Yeah, so there you have it. At the half, Sawa North, they lead by 2-1. Remember, this is the E-Zone final in the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League. We're going to the break, and we're going to have more on the other side. So welcome back to second half action here as we get ready. Referee Williams just making sure everything is in place for the start of the second half. Sour North, they resume this half leaders by 2-1 as
There's a change in weather here, Kadir, at this grounds here, St. Augustine Secondary. The rain is coming down. So it's going to be an even more messier affair. We'll have to see how good their short balls are for this team.
quickly into Danclair. But Sultan, who has had a bit of a iffy first half. But that's a good take there from Marshall, and he's playing one over the top for Castillo as Lang 9. He comes, but Castillo just went a bit too early as both teams looking to get going on the front foot in the second half as I welcome back Andrew Chan.
Yes, Kadir, well, Samoa North with the advantage here.
Christopher. So as the rains are with us here now, and it's going to be even more difficult conditions. Gaston. Cleared away by Bob.
Castillo gets on this one. That's a push there.
And Castillo is going to get a free kick here in a very good position for this Dorado West team right at the beginning of the second half as he was pushed in the back there by, seems to be Paris.
Yeah, I think it is the team captain, Adrian Paris there. Unfortunate push there. Castillo again showing his worth there in terms of the pace that he offers. And with the rain coming down here, Kadir, the crowd is all behind us. First couple of rows of this pavilion.
Also, it's going to be a penalty. My oh my, it was in the area that push came. So a very, very good opportunity right at the start of the second half, which we're going to see the number 11, Hercules. He's the man tasked with the responsibility of joining Dorado West level. And it's a good save from, it's unfortunate for goalkeeper Lang 9, who made the initial save, but he palmed it into the path of Hercules, who slotted it home. And it's very disconsolate scenes for goalkeeper Lang 9. And it's Sawano 2, Dorado 2.
Yeah, he did well there, Lang 9. It was really unfortunate. He did so well to get that one. But Hercules again showing the composure to come back and get that one. Really unfortunate for the goalkeeper there. He's had such a wonderful game and he certainly didn't deserve that at all.
So this topsy-turvy affair takes another twist as these teams really can't separate each other here so far, as it's 2 goals apiece now and it's all to play for. As Danclair is trying to be positive. Bartholomew battling out there. And Marshall a bit too strong on Lewis. On Bartholomew there.
Free kick still going Samoa's way. I think it's unfortunate there for Marshall.
So right at the end of the first half, a goalkeeper error allowed the Sour North to take the lead, and then right at the start of the second half, their captain with an ill-advised push in the back and gave away a penalty, and Hercules made it 2 goals apiece. So this is really, really entertaining stuff here as Jadel Chase Charles wins back possession, and it's into Danclair, but he's just crowded out by those blue shirts. As Frederick is going to take this show in quickly. Too much on that one.
Noise level has ramped up again, Kadir.
Marshall. Harewood, too much on that one for Baptiste. But he's sticking closely to Gaston. Gaston gets away from Baptiste into Hercules, and here he gets it back again, Gaston. Castillo. But he's quickly crowded out by those green and white shirts as Danclair is cleared through here. Oh, that's a good recovery challenge by Bob. Danclair was clear on goal, and it had to be precise from Bob. And what a good challenge that was from Elijah Bob.
Yeah, last ditch stuff here again from Elijah Bob, but doing his work properly.
On attack, immediate chance. Rogers straight at goalkeeper Sultan.
They're not giving up here, Sawa North. They're pushing still.
Brown. Bartholomew gets a foot in. And this has all the makings of a final, Andrew. Very, very electric atmosphere here as well. A lot of spectators in. The rhythm section's right behind us. And certainly a very, very good affair taking place.
Well, you can see the trophy that they're playing for right there at the bottom of your screen. The glory certainly awaits the winner here.
Yes, silverware up for grabs, and these two teams are going to fist it out.
As the ball left hand side. Oh! I think that was Dan Clark trying the bicycle kick, didn't quite get it off.
Yes, Christopher picking it up again. Trying to play it over the top for Castillo. Paris again, he slips, and here is Castillo. Keeper off his line, and it's into the side netting. But it was good work from the centre forward, Castillo, who was really coaching about anything that was in his path.
Hesitant defending from Adrian Paris as well, Sawa North captain. He really should have done better there. Get that ball out. He knows how dangerous Castillo is. And you see that Stefano Christopher has jumped back to a more attacking midfield role. I think he's trying to give the players a little more license coming forward. There's Chase Charles on the other end.
But again, that man, Bob, again at the heart of it, Elijah Bob.
You'll have to call him SpongeBob because he's absorbing everything that comes his way in that defensive there. In that defense there for El Dorado. A bad tackle here by Charles on Frederick.
So Frederick is still down, and no whistle yet from referee Williams, as Frederick seemed to be hurt. He's still down, Frederick, and Williams, the referee Williams, he's gonna pull this one back, and he's gonna issue a yellow card here to Jadel Chase Charles. So Jadel Chase Charles a bit too heavy on Frederick, Brandon Frederick. And he's just receiving some treatment.
Yeah, things are in fast and furious out here in the rain. Both teams are pushing really, really hard. El Dorado continues to be scrappy but hungry. They're staying strong. Sawa North. That midfield really hasn't started clicking yet. We've seen some good work from Thomas on his side there. Dan Clark's been good. Charles a little bit too exuberant there with that tackle on Frederick. I hope he's up and about. Yeah, it looks like he's up on his stretching there.
So play's gonna restart here with a drop ball. as Ironside and Dancler. As Ironside just gives this one away to Brown, who's playing a lovely ball over the top for the on running. Thomas, and he just tried to dink it there, but it was too much on it. And he's gonna get a corner.
That's excellent work by Thomas. He's coming to the party now. That was a horrible kick out there by Hakeem Bartholomew. They got a drop ball and he immediately sent it into the Sawa North midfield, and that's excellent ball straight through to get Sawa North on the attack again. Certainly is the corner specialist here for Sawa North, Naeem Thomas.
So Thomas, hands are lofted. Dancler is rising, but it's gonna elude Dancler and it's gonna come to Haywood, who skips past one. Haywood into the area, and then Gaston is gonna bring it away. Too much on that one for Christopher.
Good work by Gaston here.
But Gaston again, he's looking to go forward. He has some speed, Gaston, but Paris able to cut that one out at the back.
Excellent work, but he was just outnumbered there. Sawa had the players back. He could have looked for Castillo as well with a pass. Didn't quite get it off.
Christopher trying to get a shot away, but he's gonna get a corner. Stefano Christopher.
Again, Christopher doing good work here, dragging his team forward. Hercules will take this one.
As Hercules is just trying to place this ball, and it's gonna come now. It's a high one, and Lang 9 holds on.
He bubbled it a bit, Lanyon, but got that ball out.
And it's quickly trying to get it back into the danger area quickly as possible. Hercules once more. In from Harford. And
Poor control there by the live wire Williams.
Marshall. Marshall,
my apologies. The team was in an advantageous position there.
Here's again Marshall with a lovely reverse ball to Christopher, but Paris is going to keep pace with this one. Good work from the skipper Paris. Hercules. Good work from Baptiste. Chase Charles. It's going to come through here to Rogers. Elijah Rogers. Oh, just wide.
Fantastic work by Chase Charles to get that ball through. That was a brilliant ball through. Stuck a little bit in the mud there. Rogers did well to worm and get the shot. Unfortunately, couldn't get it on target. Frederick sends it up the line for Stefano Christopher to chase. Paris gets there again. Throw in here for El Dorado. Christopher to Marshall.
A give and go with Christopher. Marshall lays it off the Ironside, who is not going to trouble Lang 9 with that attempt.
That was a poor decision there by Hercules because he had players in that forward position.
Gaston, ball over the top, but Kojo, the referee assistant Kojo on that far side with the flag up. There is Chase Charles. There's a nice ball out to Thomas.
Beautiful interchange.
who gets it into Chase Charles once more. It's teed up for Rogers.
That was some beautiful interchange there between Naeem Thomas and Jaden Chase Charles. Chase Charles initially sent it wide, and then Naeem Thomas followed him on the run into the 18-yard box. Unfortunately, again, water and the mud sticking there for Chase Charles, so he couldn't get his shot off. And then he tried to lay it off again for Thomas to get it in. Didn't work quite as well as they would have liked.
And this one is into Chase Charles, but it's going to skip away from him as it hits the surface. It's just going to keep going and going and going. So 1 hour played here, and it's still 2 goals apiece. Sour North and El Dorado West just cannot be separated at this point in time. And remember, this is the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League under 20 division. It's the East Zone final. As Bob Baptiste, and it's a bubble again there by Sultan. The shot came from Danclair.
Good job by Danclair to get that shot off. But where were the follow-ups from the Samoa North fellows?
Marshall, good work. Headed away by Lewis. Castillo again straying offside.
Castillo is a fast player, but he's been offside way too many times in this game.
Yeah, I think he has too much speed to be offside. He just needs to hold that run for a second longer. And he has the speed to get on the end of those balls. Just needs to hold that run a bit longer.
He's lacking a bit of that awareness, Castillo.
Gaston. Harewood bringing it away now. Thomas. Rogers. Out wide to Thomas once more. Early ball from Thomas. Aimed at Danclair. He's gonna get at the end of it, Danclair. He's into the area. Just gonna shift it out to Thomas once more. And then trying a bit of a give and go with Thomas. And but they're gonna get a corner.
Danclair is a very, very dangerous player up there. It's amazing. I only realize how tall he is at this moment, but he really is a tall fellow there. And between him and Rogers, Samoa North have a good striking pair.
So again, Thomas on set piece duties. Can't get past that first man. He's gonna get another chance again here. It's deeper from Rogers.
Just
from
over
Thomas,
Jaden Chase Charles. Jumped very high on that occasion.
Castillo. Foot race here with Paris. Paris does well. Chase Charles. Good ball into Rogers. Who had a bit of a heavy touch to begin with. But he's gonna get another corner. So they're beginning to apply that pressure again in the Sour North team.
Yeah, they were a bit slow getting off the blocks, you'd have to say, at the start here. Shaquille O'Neal is warming up, and he's actually coming on. Well, Castillo has just come off, and Shaquille O'Neal is going on. Chioke O'Neal.
So O'Neal enters the pitch, and that's a ball attempt at a corner there. Rogers! Oh, it's into the defense. It's into O'Neal. He's straight into it, O'Neal. He's in a foot race here with Brown. He does well, O'Neal. Lays it off to And they just can't get it to O'Neal once more. But here is that man again.
Charles. O'Neal getting back and doing the defensive work now. Just seems that El Dorado are pushing a little bit more now. They're trying to get out. They're trying to make sure that Samoa get quiet. As Chase Charles is coming down the line again. The wasted ball in.
So the rain has subsided here, but the conditions, they've left us with some really sticky conditions, Andrew. So it's out of touch. It's gonna be a El Dorado West show. Quickly taken. Gaston. Head up. O'Neal is in the center, but he's not gonna get to that O'Neal. And it's partially cleared. Iron side. He loses out. And then Marshall again with some good work. Christopher. Still Christopher. Christopher there just trying to do a bit too much. Unlucky for him. He went around 3. And then just that little bit of portal right in front of him there. Just not able to get a shot away.
Again another solo effort there by Christopher. And good defending again by Adrian Paris. So it's a captain versus captain battle. Paris doing the good work there. But I can see, like, it seems that Christopher will get a moment in his head and decide to go on a run. As the number 26 for Samoa North comes on.
Greenaway.
Michael Greenaway.
As Christopher prepares to take this one. It's deep from Christopher and Lang 9 is going to hold on. Lang 9. Chase Charles in a foot race here now. He's going to get on the end of it. Chase Charles. Ironside can't keep up. Chase Charles. Led away by Reyes.
Again, scrappy defending from El Dorado. Effective nevertheless. There was no support up there with Charles. He was trying to get the ball into the box, but there weren't any strikers running in with him.
Yeah.
And that was the challenge that he faced.
So Chase Charles now with his corner. It's a deep one aimed at Danclair. Handball there by Bartholomew. So a bit of a respite here for El Dorado West team. A bit of a breathing room now. 69 minutes coming up on the clock. And it's still 2 goals apiece as Paris is heading this one clear. Frederick. Nice ball over the top for Christopher. Paris again coming across. O'Neal. Early ball from O'Neal. He's going to get it back again, O'Neal. And just can't keep it in play.
O'Neal definitely making a difference since he come on. Of course, he's a pair of fresh legs, but really running hard there.
So we see Gaston coming off, and in the number 7, that's Gomez, Jafari Gomez. He's come on to replace Gaston. So it looks to be a like-for-like switch as Gomez has gone over to that right-hand side. O'Neal. Paris again. So the game beginning to open up a bit as these both teams just trying to separate themselves. As Danclair with a long ball, it's come all the way across to Thomas. Fed it into Rogers.
Bob again with the good work. He really is a big central defender there.
Appeals of handball there, but nothing coming from referee Williams. As the Sultan able to clean up.
It's a really interesting game because you can't say it's a midfield battle at all. It's more of a battle of the third quarters. The ending up just before the 18-yard box as Williams pushes through again.
Yeah, the surface just does not allow for that type of interchange in passes, in terms of playing it on the ground. So it's going to be more direct into long balls into the attackers. So, something else to contend with as this one is coming in from Hercules. And Lang 9 again able to deal with that.
And once again we get a weather change as the sun is starting to peek out a little bit here as dusk approaches.
Bob again into the substitute Gomez. So he gets his first shot, Gomez, and then just trying to lay it off for Hercules. Here he is again, Gomez. But good work again from Harewood, pinching it from him. And here they come, Sour North. Thomas, good overlapping run from Harewood. But Reyes doing some good work out there again.
I feel like someone North would want to test Sultan a little bit more if they get that opportunity. Because Sultan certainly seems... Nice ball in by Greenway. Maybe a little too hard there for Chase Charles.
I think he was caught between a shot and a pass there, Greenway. Either of them came off as O'Neal is trying to thread it to the other substitute, Gomez. Hercules. Lang 9 has been very competent for the Sour North team. It must be said.
Yeah, definitely. Given away by Bartholomew.
Frederick into Christopher, who takes a touch and goes past Brown. But good work again there from Lewis. And it's broken to Thomas. He's fed it into Rogers, who's taking it in his stride, Rogers. Still Rogers. Just slipping and sliding a bit there, Rogers. And then not able to get across or a shot in. And it's going to go out harmlessly.
Excellent work taking it right to the touchline there. I feel like you could have played it off the defender. Maybe try to get that corner again because we know Thomas is dangerous with those balls coming in here. Given away by Sultan immediately to Chase Charles.
He's going inside to Thomas once more. He's going to try his luck from distance. And again, not going to trouble goalkeeper.
Well, I think if anybody is capable of it, Thomas is, because we've certainly seen that right foot of his is not an easy right foot at all.
Bob.
Poor tackle again by Marshall.
Chase going down in installments there, belatedly. So, they're going to get a free kick here, which Paris is going to come all the way up from the back.
Young fellow quite scraggly there, Nikolai Marshall. All wet and soaked. And he's a, and he's a lone man in the wall as well.
Paris. Sultan is coming. Oh, and it's off the upright. And it stayed out. How did that stay out? Sultan came again and he was insecure.
Again, yeah, Sultan, you're quite right. Insecure here. He did not get that at all. He was in no man's land, really.
No man's land.
And
Luckily
again,
for him, it came off the upright.
again, scrappy defending there by El Dorado West. Just doing the right things at the right time.
Chase Charles from the corner. It's a deep one. Sultan is coming again. And Dan Clare rising highest. It's going to be played back. Sour North with another throw.
Sorry to say, but he's really been a little bit of a weak link there. He hasn't given that defense any comfort at all. And I certainly think the defense has done well, considering that they know that they have Sultan behind there.
Yeah. Christopher. Into Hercules. Pinched by Greenaway. Good work from Michael Greenaway. Chase Charles. Ball aimed at Rogers. And
Miscommunication there between Hercules and Williams, Marshall.
yeah,
Christopher is not going to catch that one, no matter how fast he is.
Marshall has really put in a shift. Seems to be a bit winded right now. Marshall. There he is again, Marshall. He's been full of running. This Nikolai Marshall.
Brown with that hook up. Dankler.
Not
Miss.
cleared. It breaks for Rogers. Sultan is on the ground. And off the line by Reyes. Very, very desperate stuff from El Dorado West. Reyes miskicked in the first place and then had the presence of mind to go back on the goal line and made a vital clearance.
Again, is bad judgment. You just screamed out there when the strike had two defenders around him. Let the defenders do their work. You're only there when you need to be. And they'll get another corner here because it's a low one from Thomas. But credit to Reyes there, because certainly it was his miss kick that set Dankler and Rogers on the path. And then again, we having the presence of mind to be at that near post to get that header out.
So we're taking a look at Thomas again on set piece duty as Harford is clearing this one out. Thomas, Harford again. And it's breaking here for El Dorado West as they're steaming forward. And then a combination of the defender and the water just putting off. That's
Gomez, I think.
Gomez.
Credit to that number 24 for sticking to his work, though. That's Adrian Paris, the skipper. All the way through. And Sultan picks this one up. That'll give him some confidence.
Yeah, certainly. Sultan, Aaron Sultan. Not had the best of games today, but his team is still in the game at 2-2. It's anybody's game at this point in time as Brown is looking to get a shot away. I think he took a bit too long to get a shot there, Christian Brown. As we take a look at this one, picking it up from midfield and making a nice bursting run. Had the chance to get a shot away there. Just chose to take an extra touch.
I think Marshall is really tired now because he was dispossessed just now there by Brown, and then now he's just giving that one away. Well, I think it was the big figure Bob that put off Brown, sent his shot a little wider.
Yeah.
Because he's doing such a good job in that central defense there.
Dan Clare, ball into the area again, headed away. As we see Harewood has stayed down for the Sour North.
Christopher will practice his juggling in the meantime. Eldo captain to the corner, the bottom right of your screen. Good little display there from Mr. Christopher.
Yeah, certainly a skillful player. in his own right, Stefano Christopher, but I think that he's just trying to do too much with it. When in possession, he has players that he is quite capable as well, and he's not really using them. He's trying to go all alone.
Both teams, of course, using a short break to just discuss tactics and get a drink of water. Ironic that they want a drink of water after being sprayed with water for this entire game. Yeah, but it's still down. He was stretched out by his captain, Paris. Here we look at Christopher again, weaving through here. That was the first goal, getting past Lanyin. And that was the opening goal here for El Dorado. And here's the second goal. Elisha Rogers getting that shot off. A good stop, half stop by Sultan. But Rogers maintaining his composure. And then this was the little bit of a mistake, an error here that gave Samoa the lead as we come back live here. Last goal was that penalty there. Slotted away by Hercules eventually. Back live now. He certainly has to pick and choose when he does those runs, Stefano Christopher, because when you're in the midfield and you lose the ball in the midfield, you immediately put your partners under pressure, and that's what happened there with Frederick. He has the ball again, pass it off and get the pass off. And take it again, there you go. Go wide, attempting to go wide.
Brown. Harford trying to get Gomez going, but Paris comes across. And now Paris is looking to pick out Rogers again. Sultan has come and he's helped out by the defense once more. As this one is cleared away out to Gomez now.
Sultan did well on that occasion, coming out quite nicely here. There's Green away in the middle of the park and he's pushing nicely. Away from Bob again. Flicked on to Gomez. He's back in the midfield again. It will fall nicely to Charles. And he hits the crossbar. So unfortunate there, Jaden Chase Charles.
Yeah, clunked off the crossbar there. It came across the Chase Charles. Here we see. And he hit it on the first time. And unluckily for him.
Poor ball out again by Sultan, and Chase Charles can try to pick this one up.
Yeah, lucky for Jadel Chase Charles. He's got his name on the score sheet already. Jadel Chase Charles got one of Sour North's 2 goals.
If he didn't have his back to the keeper there, he would have gotten that ball straight on his chest.
Yeah, it's Christopher. Marshall. Marshall just trying to get a shot away. And Lang9 had to be alert there as they were skipping through the mud. Good work from the big man again, Lang9. And this one is a good distribution as it's come to Chase Charles, who takes it well. And he's still in possession, Chase Charles.
The ball is weak though. Christopher and Marshall combining to get that one. But then Brown helping out his partner, Bartholomew. Had a bit of a quiet little second half, Christian Brown. Hasn't pulled the strings maybe as much as he would have liked.
Yeah, I think what he's done is he sit deep and breaking up anything that is in front of that defense. He's been quite resolute so far, Christian Brown. Been a little bit more of a muted role in this second half.
Yeah, it's definitely been a holding midfielder sort of position that he's had here. He switched over to it in the, I think in the first half. Certainly after Samoa had established the lead.
So 85 minutes on the clock as it's El Dorado West. They have a player down over on that far side. I'm not quite sure who stayed down there for them. But Andrew, this game are really unable to really separate each other. Yeah, locked at 2 apiece with just about 5 minutes to play in this one. And certainly this has lived up to this a final.
Yeah, this is the SSFL Tiger Tanks East Zone Under 20 final. In Samoa North Under 20s and the El Dorado West. And yeah, it's been a really, really good final.
Paris. Oh, it's headed on. And Chase Charles is going to recover this one. Pulled back for Brown, who's going to have a shot.
Again, scrappy defense here by El Dorado, but they get the ball out.
Gomez. Oh, that seemed to be a good ball, but Paris with a good spot. Hercules with a nice ball over the top for the ever willing Marshall, but he's not going to get on the end of that one. As both teams try to find a winner here. As 86 minutes on the clock. Christopher is just trying to wiggle his way through. Going one way, then the other. Trying to go past Brown, who's sticking very closely. Still, Christopher in possession. And the shot eventually came from Christopher, he wants a corner. He's thinking that one came off long 9 last. And I think he's going to get his wish because they're going to get a corner.
Yeah, I think it was an excellent save there from Lanyan. I don't know if he was appealing for a handball or if he's saying that the ball came off the keeper's hand, but it certainly was some good work there in the defense. I think it was Lanyan with that amazing hand. Again, Christopher going on one of those runs, grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck.
Oh, Harford! Rising high is there, but over the crossbar. And it's gone out again.
That was a beautiful corner in. Excellently weighted. Harford should have done better with that, at least hit the target.
So you're going to take a look at Lang Nine's distribution here once more. As he's getting in up the Greenaway. Who's laying it back to Brown. Rogers. Wider here now for Thomas, who is in some space. Thomas into the area. Sultan dropping it again. Oh, and Rogers following up there, and it came off Rogers last, I think. But again, Sultan uncertain. As we take a look at this one again, it was a good ball from Thomas. Sultan came, dropped the ball, and it came off Rogers last. And El Dorado West have a player down as well.
Yeah, against Sultan with the greasy hands, you'd have to say, because he had that one covered and then again it dropped out of his hand. Rogers unfortunately blasting the return ball or the drop ball high and wide.
So we've seen a substitution here for the El Dorado West team, the number 21.
Actually, they just called on the physio at this time because that player is still down.
So in the meantime, Solozano has entered the pitch, Jalen Solozano. And I'm not sure who he's come on for.
That may be O'Neill. I think it is O'Neill, who is actually a substitute.
So it's Hartford.
Hartford.
It's Hartford. So, in the meanwhile, Solozano has come on and he's gone straight into that center forward position. So, Bob with this free kick here now. Elijah Bob.
Last minute of regular time. Actually, time is up, so we see how much extra time the referee gives here. I'm suspecting at least 2 minutes.
Hartford is getting this one out wide to Gomez. And Gomez is in some... a bit indecisive there. Gomez. And allowing... And what a lovely ball that is from Brown. A bit wider there from. And then a bit speculative there from Thomas. As we're into the 90th minute of play here. As we wait to see how much added on time from referee Williams. As Brown is trying to go through. Brown! Oh, Christian
Elijah
Brown.
Bob again, but lovely interchange between Brown and Dankler. Brown is still down actually.
As Bartholomew is missing this one. Gomez is coming forward again. Gomez. And he's going past Bartholomew. But can't get past Lewis. He's going to get another chance again. It's coming here to O'Neill. Oh, and goes wide. O'Neill.
Waited too long to take that shot. And Christopher was telling him there, use the side foot, side it in.
As we see
Brown
a
is
player
still down on the other end.
Seems to be Brown. Christian Brown.
And both teams amazingly could have chances to settle this win here.
Yes, certainly. Both teams not able to take any of those chances in the dying stages of this game. And it's looking ominous now that we're going to see this game decided by kicks from the spot. As I'm not too sure how much added on time we're going to get from referee Williams. But we're into the 92nd minute of play now. And Christian Brown, the ever reliable Christian Brown, he stayed down. And he is going to need some treatment.
He certainly doesn't seem to be exhibiting any pain as you can see. So it might just be a situation of cramp. He's getting back up now, so that's good to see. Because I'm certain that they wouldn't want to lose him as a penalty taker. And it's a El Dorado West corner here. So they certainly have a chance.
So we're back on the other side of play now.
Oh no! It is a goal kick.
And it's a goal kick. So
close eyes on Quincy Williams at this stage.
So as Brown jogs back on.
So he has blown the whistle for full time.
So that's the end here at the St. Augustine Secondary School's ground. And it's 2-2 apiece between Isawa North and El Dorado West. And this game is going to be decided from the penalty spot. So more excitement here, Andrew, as we're going to take a look at these guys fist it out from 12 yards out.
And there's a yellow card for Stefano Christopher because I think he took off his shirt before time there. Good work by our cameraman, Jerome or Kevin, catching that one. So he's been booked for that. So that's an unfortunate booking there for him, for Stefano Christopher. But certainly I think penalties are always unfair. But to reach this stage, I think it's been very fair in terms of what has happened in the game. El Dorado West have had their chances. Samoa North have had their chances. Both teams, again, they did really, really well to create those chances. But unfortunately, neither of them were able to put away the chances in the dying ends of the game here. So they're debating now Paris and Christopher over the penalties.
So as the referee just going to do the coin toss for the penalty kicks, and we're just going to run through quickly the goal scorers for both teams. El Dorado West, they took the lead first through their captain Christopher, and then Rogers, he made it 1 apiece. And then right at the end of the first half, Chase Charles made it 2-1. And at the resumption of the second half, Hercules made it 2-all. After having his penalty saved, he was first to react and he made it 2 goals apiece. And that's the way it stayed ever since then. And this game is now going to be decided from 12 yards out, as both teams are just ensuring that they have all the necessary penalty takers in place, as this game has some silverware at the end of it. It's a trophy to be played for here. It's the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League Under 20 Division East Zone Final.
And it's a good thing we are going straight to penalties, Kadir, because the light is fading on us. So if we had gone to extra time and played an extra half an hour, I think that would have been extremely challenging there. Considering this situation here, you'll have to think that Samoa North Secondary might feel a little bit more comfortable because Lanyan has been excellent in goal. But here is a chance for Aaron Sultan to redeem himself.
I'll tell you what, this is certainly football's lottery. So anyone can really come out on top here. I mean, it's going to be a lot of composure that is going to be exhibited by these players to keep their calm from the penalty spot. So both teams here now just huddling up and just asking for that divine intervention as they're about to get these penalties going.
All the ball boys are being sent to the goal post, behind the goal post on the southern end of this ground. We'll see who's taking first shot here. This has not yet been confirmed. Well, I think El Dorado will be shooting first.
So it's going to be Samoa North. They're going to be kicking first. And Christian Brown, he is the man tasked with this first one for them, as Aaron Sultan gets a chance to redeem himself. So it's Brown versus Sultan.
Christian Brown versus Aaron Sultan.
And he doesn't miss from there. So El Dorado draw first blood in this shootout. Samoa North, they draw first blood in this shootout. As we're gonna see O'Neill.
Good shot there by Brown. A lot of power here on this one.
Chioke O'Neill.
Late substitute in the game.
Yeah.
He has been acclimatized. All the pressure on O'Neill.
Has a chance to be a hero here now, O'Neill. Is it going to be O'Neill or is it going to be Lang 9? Who is it going to be? And O'Neill calmly puts that one past Lang 9, expertly taken.
Yeah, when you put it into the side netting on the inside, there's not much a keeper can do at all. Tensions abound here, Kadeem Mohammed.
Yeah, tensions rising high. It's as the young man, Haywood, he is tasked with this responsibility now, young Haywood.
Sultan moving along his line there, trying to throw off Haywood. He might feel confident with this. Haywood is a defender. He slots it past him nicely.
Calmly done again from Haywood. So Christian Haywood, Rondell Haywood, sorry. Making it 2-1 as he's just trying to exchange handshakes with Bob as he steps up now. He's putting the pressure on Bob now because Bob certainly cannot miss.
It wasn't the fastest penalty by Haywood. Sultan did pick the right side, but again, that side netting, the inside side netting, hard for a keeper to get out. It's a perfect bottom corner, Let's see what Bob does here. You wouldn't want to blast over.
What a brilliant save from Lang 9! My! The big man getting down to his right hand side and a strong hand keeping out Elijah Bob. And look at him, very composed. Stefan Lang 9.
Well, his nickname is Papa here. We're hearing from the Samoa North fan. And that was an excellent save here.
My oh my! That was a strong hand.
But it was at savable height, you have to say. It wasn't low, it wasn't high. It was just at the right height for Bob. And unfortunate for Bob because he's had such a wonderful game.
Now Dancle. And he is gonna further sink El Dorado now. And it's pressure and more pressure as another one of those substitutes, Gomez. He has the world, or certainly the school, on his shoulders.
Yeah. That last penalty there, it just barely creeped in as well for Dankler. It seemed like it almost went in and then went back out. Let's see if Lanyan can pull off some more heroics here.
So Jafari Gomez. Lang 9 again!
Amazing right for by Lanyan.
What a save by Lang 9 again! This time with his feet. So he's showing fantastic versatility, Stefan Lang 9. He just saved the previous one with his hands, and this one he saved it with his feet. So I think this one is a situation here now. If Sawanot put away this kick, which Elijah Rogers is going to take, they're certainly going to be crowned champions.
A very stoic character as well, Lanyan. No real celebrations.
Rogers! Sultan is going to make it interesting because he pulls off a save of his own. But very cool. Take a look at Lang 9. He's very composed.
He's not stressed at all. There's no emotion on his face. Sultan is trying his best to push this to the wire. Excellent goalkeeping. He did well to stick out a big left foot.
So now, number 11, Hercules.
Hercules has to score this. He has to.
Hercules certainly has to beat Lang 9 in goal, who has been absolutely brilliant.
And he does.
Just could not get to that one, Lang 9. So
3-2 on penalties. If Sawa score this, that is the game. Adrian Paris steps up, captain, with all the weight.
So the weight of Sawa North Secondary is on the shoulders of Adrian Paris. Can he put away this one, or can Sultan come up with another save? We're just gonna have to wait and see. And Paris is gonna put this one away, and the celebrations begin here as Sawa North, they are crowned the under-20 champions of the East Zone, and it's wild celebrations here. But credit must be given to that man, Stefan Lang 9. He has certainly done a fantastic job.
And he's still very calm. Lanyan is the man at the moment. Brilliant work throughout the game. And then 2 big penalty saves. I mean really big penalty saves. And he's won the game here for his team. As the Sawa North boys are celebrating with their fans.
So congratulations to Sawa North. They are crowned East Zone champions in the under-20 division of the Secondary Schools Football League. Congratulations to Sawa North. Commiserations to El Dorado West. They really fought and gave it all they had. But Sawa North eventually prevailed from kicks from the spot. And my,
it's an unfair way to lose a game. But against the brilliance of Lanyan, deserve that. They really deserve that. And the drums are getting even louder, can you?
So Sour North are going to get their hands on some silverware in the form of the Under-20 trophy. And so we're just going to take a look at the trophy presentation here now, as Sour North have been crowned champions of the Under-20 division. And we're going to get some thoughts from Andrew Chan.
Well, it's been a wonderful game, but truly worthy of a final. It had everything that was required for this game. El Dorado West scoring first against the run of play. Sour North coming back. And then of course El Dorado West pushing and getting that equalizer off that penalty. But the man of the match, Lanyan for sure. Lanyan for sure. Because he saved the initial penalty from Hercules. That was coming up to get El Dorado that second goal. To bring it to the draw, to bring it to penalties. And it really was an amazing game. Sour controlled the game with their midfield. El Dorado were very scrappy. Stefano Christopher almost took them by the scruff of their neck through. And we see some of the wonderful celebrations here. Really is an amazing time here at the St. Augustine ground. And the Sour North really deserve this one.
Yeah, certainly they have fought hard, Sour North, and deserved champions, you would say. But no taking away nothing from the El Dorado West team. They gave it all they had. But kicks from the penalty spot can go either way, and credit must be given to goalkeeper Lang 9, who pulled off two fantastic saves from 12 yards out. And that has really propelled them.
It's not only that, but Lanyan was consistent throughout the game. He had a couple important saves, especially when Stefano Christopher was on the rampage. I think the difference between the win here is that Sour North were a little bit more cohesive. El Dorado West has the excellent players. They have their Stefano Christopher, they have their Nikolai Williams, they have their Elisha Bob, excellent central defender. But as a team, I think Sour North, from the back, Adrian Paris, their captain, marshalling that defense in the back, then moving forward a little bit of more defensive midfield role, because he's a tall, strong player and was getting forward, was getting the balls into Dan Cloud, was getting the ball into Chase Charles. Naim Thomas on the left-hand side, Christian Brown in the midfield. Excellent team effort all around here. As we're getting ready for the presentation here.
Yeah, certainly. Sour North now, they're going to be presented with this trophy. And it's really an electric atmosphere here at the St. Augustine Secondary School's ground.
Yeah, certainly fading light here, but the light of the trophy is gleaming on Sour North Secondary. Really unfortunate for the El Dorado West boys. I really hope that they will bounce back, and hopefully maybe next year they have a better season, because of course this is a second 11 team, so they have the potential to grow and to go better, and then it will be, as I will see, Lanya and Papa gets man in the match. Not surprising at all.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant performance by that man, Stefan Lang 9. He really was cool and calm, and even though his team was celebrating, his celebrations were quite muted as well. So he really has a level head on his shoulders, as we're seeing the trophy just being presented to Captain Paris.
He still seems very muted. I haven't even seen a smile really cross his face. And he's now joining in the celebrations. And certainly amazing for the Sour North boys. It really is an amazing opportunity for them, and they would have really shown their worth. There's so many players on this side that you can say are very quality players. They deserve this win. They played as a unit, they played as a team, and they came out with a victory at the end of the day.
So this under 20 team, they have tasted silverware, and this Sour North secondary, their first team, but I would like to think their first team with the likes of Larry Noel and Lindell Sween, they have a final to contest out as well. The Intercol East Zone final against Trinity College East. So there's more silverware in the coming days for them up for grabs. So this certainly is going to propel that first 11 team to really go out there and capture more silverware for their school.
But certainly this will give them the momentum, this will give them the courage that they need. They will certainly show them what they need to do, because Eldorado take nothing away from Eldorado. They ran sour hard. They didn't give up, they were scrappy, and they fought for every blade of grass. Hey, Nikolai Marshall, that's scrappy behavior, and they didn't give up at all.
So, as the celebrations erupt here, that's all we have for you from the St. Augustine Secondary Schools ground. Sour North crowned SSFL Tiger Tank Secondary Schools under 20 champions. So on behalf of the whole production team and my co-commentator Andrew Chan, we want to bid you farewells, and we'll catch you on the other side. It's a pleasant good evening to you all.